What's going on, guys? HQ420 here. You know how I get down when I come around, when I bust back up in the building. We're bringing that thing with us: heater, burner, toaster, all of it, all the above, chopper, whatever you like. If it's your first time to the channel, you know what to do. Go and smash that subscribe button for me. Today's video: Kentucky family, and they straight up got the ankle monitor put on them. Let's dive into this. All right, article right here from the Blaze. Kentucky family under house arrest after testing positive for COVID-19. Well, let's get a little details on this house arrest. We getting a little deep, ain't we? So they said a Kentucky family is under house arrest after one of them tested positive for COVID-19. The couple must wear ankle monitors and can't leave the house after Elizabeth Linscott tested positive for coronavirus and refused to sign papers promising to self-quarantine. Now, guys, pay attention to this now. Hey, look, we're starting to get into dangerous territory. They're over here starting to lock people up, right? Man, you better not leave your house. Otherwise, we're going to use the full force of the law against you. I mean, but your eyes need to be wide open now. I mean, they want you to sign some papers, and it goes step by step what they want you to do. She didn't like it, so it's like, hey, ain't no problem. House arrest it is. Well, it said Lynn Scott planned to visit her parents in Michigan, so she got a COVID-19 test as a precaution. Despite not exhibiting any coronavirus symptoms, she tested positive for COVID-19. So she was trying, hey, look, people tell me, man, you need to be responsible. Hey, she was doing the responsible thing. If we're going by, today's standards. She said, hey, before I go see my folks, I'm going to make sure I ain't COVID positive so I don't get them infected. Hey, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Said my grandparents wanted to see me too, Lynn Scott told WILX. So just to make sure if I tested negative that they would be okay, that everything would be fine. So like I said, she on the up and up there. Hey, she's doing the safe thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It said after she tested positive, the Hardin County Health Department contacted her. The health department requested that she sign documents agreeing that she was self-quarantined and limit her travel. Lynn Scott did not sign the document. What? Hold on a second. What I need some documents to sign for? Can I not be positive and just, I just move on about my day and I do the right thing, supposedly, for everybody's health? You know what I'm saying? I got to sign some documents? What if there's some stuff in the documents I don't like? Like, hey, after day 10, we're going to retest you again, and if it says that you're positive, you got to stay in there for 14 more days until you get 2 negative tests. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's in these papers. I don't know what's in them at all. So they said a few days after she declined to sign the self-isolation and controlled movement agree order. Wow, that's a hell of an order right there. The Hardin County Sheriff's Department arrived at her home. Let me see if that pulls up for us. All right, so I see right here the self-isolation and control movement agreed order asks the recipient to agree to several provisions, including as long as I do not require hospitalization, I will self-isolate at home, reducing contact with all others as much as practicable, as well as I will not leave my house without the approval of the Department for Public Health, and I will not travel by any public, commercial, or healthcare conveyance such as ambulance, bus, taxi, without the prior approval of the Department for Public Health. And I wonder if that's all of it, but here's what I'm saying. I mean, so you mean to tell me that if something happened, like if you got stabbed or something, man, you got to call the Department of Public Health and hope that somebody picks up the phone and gets back with you and say, hold on, let me get this up to my manager, make sure you can, we can pick you up by ambulance. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to leave a message. I said, bud, I'm bleeding out, man. I ain't got time for this nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. You got to be careful because, sometimes they be slipping that small print in there. And if there's a lot of print, you're like, bud, I ain't reading all that. Before you know it, you've been signed your life away. You'd be like you're never leaving your house again. If you do, you get shot on the spot. I mean, it'd be something crazy like that. It said, I opened up the door and there was like 8 different people. 5 different cars. That sent a mob after him. Said Elizabeth's husband Isaiah, Lynn Scott said, I'm like, what the heck is going on? This guy's in a suit with a mask. It's the health department guy, and he has 3 papers for us, for me, her, and my daughter. Oh, Bo, he done filed papers with the whole household. I mean, and when you leave, hey, little Gestapo action. Show me your papers. You know what I'm saying? Sound like the Gestapo to me. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just putting that out there. They bringing papers to the house. They said the authorities demanded that Elizabeth and Isaiah wear ankle monitors, and law enforcement said they would be notified if the couple traveled more than 200 feet away from their home. So I guess they're just supposed to have people deliver groceries to them, I guess. I mean, man, what? I don't know, man. What if there's some other type of emergency with your daughter or something like that? And then you run out of there and they be done ran you down at the hospital. I mean, but there's other ways to die than besides COVID. I guess people forgot that. I guess people forgot, man. But all the rest of the illnesses in the world have been cured. The only thing we got left is COVID, and we'll be forever immortal. That is not the case. So I mean, I don't know about strapping them up with an ankle monitor. Like, they flat out criminals, bud. You see these ankle monitors right here, and they're going to say, hey, we didn't rob a store, we didn't steal something, we didn't hit and run, we didn't do anything wrong. We just didn't want to sign your ragged ass sheet of paper. So I mean, you can take your sheet of paper and move on. Like I said, it has some small print there. You don't know what you're signing. But it has something written on the back. You ain't even looked at it. Oh, you didn't see the back of that sheet of paper. Oh, how many sheets of paper did I give you? Oh, dang, I missed one. That's my bad. I said, man, I ain't playing that game. It said the Linscott said they weren't against self-quarantining, but they didn't agree with the wording of the agreement. That's fair enough. Hey, you can not agree. I don't know why they bring you papers to sign anyway. When do we start doing that? That must be something that's just new over there. They said that's exactly what the director of public health department told the judge, that I was refusing to self-quarantine because of this, and that's not the case at all. Said I never said that. She said, I just want to sign that stupid paper you gave me. I'm against your papers. I'm against going out. Hey, look, don't think that ain't coming with the vaccine. Where's your vaccination paper, sir? Oh, you don't have it? There's no problem. You just can't leave your house ever. We'll deliver stuff to you until you get your vaccine. So they said, I agreed to comply to call the health department if I was to go. I was to call the health department if I was to leave my house for any reason, she said. I had gotten a message from them, a text message that stated, because of your refusal to sign, this is going to be escalated and law enforcement will be involved. So that's what I'm talking about. Folks will keep, it's probably the same folks that are saying defund the police are saying that, hey, we're going to use the police to incite force and violence on peaceful people. Ain't did nothing to nobody. They just had a ragged ass positive test, which they can be false positive. Now I want to remind y'all of something. In the NBA bubble, if you test positive for the COVID-19, they will put you to the side and retest you multiple times to make sure they don't have a false positive. Why is that not being, that chance not be given to the public? That's all I want to know. If somebody can answer that question for me, you let me know. I want to know if they know there's a bunch of false positives. How I know there ain't a bunch of people walking around with false positives already? Somebody knows, just throw it in the comment section below. If I'm off kilter, let me know. They said the document required her to check in daily with her symptoms, self-isolate, and inform officials if she had to seek hospital treatment. But Bump having to call them every time something goes on. Like I said, man, you got to wait on. Man, I'm depending on y'all with my life. If something happens, I don't think so. I mean, I got to wait for y'all to get approval. I got to move this up the chain, ma'am. I know that you fell out, had a heart attack, stroke, but I got to move it up the chain. If you die before we get there, it was a worthy cause, I guess, because you didn't spread COVID. Come on, man. They said, my part was if I had to go to the ER, if I had to go to the hospital, I'm not going to wait to get the approval to go. Boom. That's what I was saying. Said the Linscotts plan to hire an attorney to handle their legal issues stemming from the forced quarantine. In closing on this, guys, hey, watch out for this. This is coming. Folks don't think it. They Gestapoing people. I got some papers to sign for you, for me, and if you don't have these papers, if you don't call in, check in, we're going to use the full force of the law against you. What for? No symptoms. The WHO said, hey, asymptomatic spread is not a thing. They said that. Very rare. Not a thing. Second of all, they sound like upstanding folks, so they're probably wearing masks. Hey, don't that help? Ain't that supposed to eliminate the viral load? I mean, spreading it? So what is this actually about? That's my question to everybody out there. What's this actually about? Do we really need to be putting ankle monitors on people who are asymptomatic with COVID-19 because they don't want to sign your paper, sign your life away on a sheet of paper? No, I ain't down for it. And I hope y'all ain't down for it either. Hey, look, man, the more and more this goes on, man, the more and more I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's getting dangerous, more dangerous out there, and they're restricting people even more. So I'm hoping y'all fighting against this. I'm fighting against. I'm trying to bring these messages out to y'all to let y'all know what's going on around the world. Now, not just U.S., but around the world, because that stuff is floating over into the U.S. just as quick. Hey, when they said they put China in lockdown, I was like, man, they ain't never gonna happen in the U.S. Boy, you want to talk about me being wrong? Boy, I was wrong immediately. I said, what the hell is going on around here? We locked down like a mofo. Then it was only 2 weeks to stop the spread, or slow the spread. Then went over in hospitals. And then April, stay home, stay safe. You know what I'm saying? And then May was safer at home. And then June was like, well, we thought about reopening, but we're going to move back to phase 1. And now July is like, man, we just thinking about going right back in lockdown. I said, hold on a second. The deaths have fell 92% because folks ain't just killing folks in the hospital. They actually figured out what they're doing now. And we stopped sending sick people to nursing homes. But yet, we going backwards again. And I ain't down with going backwards. I'm just against it. And some people call me a conspiracy theorist. Well, I'll call you somebody who needs to start questioning some stuff. Because something don't smell right. That's all I'm saying. So I hope y'all liked the video. What do y'all think? What do y'all think about this house arrest thing, man? We getting into dangerous territory. That's all I'm saying. Y'all keep your eyes peeled open. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, of course. As always, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody who comes out here. Even if you don't agree with me, I appreciate your comments. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.